Well, Clyde and Julie, the scene is clear right now, but as you can imagine, finding out what started this fire that destroyed a 10,000 square foot home will take some time. The sound of breaking glass could be heard as fire ripped through the $4 million mansion on Cunningham Road in Indian Hill.
I at first thought the woods were on fire immediately behind my house.
Paula Maxwell lives right behind where the fire started. She says when she got home, all she saw was a huge ball of fire, and she was concerned the woods behind her house would also go up in flames.
It borders the woods, as you can see, and luckily it's not a windy day and it's wet, so we're all hoping that it will be contained.
Smoke could be seen for miles as the home burned for several hours.
We've seen the smoke from Milford Post Office.
As we talked with Robert Beckler, you could hear part of the home collapsing.
I've never actually personally seen anything like that, no.
Almost 80 firefighters from agencies in both Hamilton and Claremont counties could only watch as flames destroyed the home built in 2006. Firefighters say confusion over the exact location of the blaze put them behind. And by the time firefighters arrived, the structure was not safe to enter and almost fully engulfed. There is a fire hydrant on the property, but no sprinkler system inside.
The one lesson is if you're building a house, if you want to sprinkle it, then that kind of puts a firefighter there all the time to put water on the fire. But this house was not sprinkled, so we didn't have that advantage.
Property records the home is owned by the Decker family. Now, firefighters allowed not-on-your-side cameras right up to the front door of that home, and that's where our Brendan Keefe picks up the story.
This is what it looks like up close and personal right in front of the home. This is what firefighters were facing when they arrived, but with a lot more flames. It's hard to see through all the smoke, and it looks like a masonry structure. But behind that stone, firefighters say it's all wood. A lot of truss work. That's fuel plus oxygen equals a lot of fire. But it took firefighters a while to get here, not because of response time. It was because the fire was originally called in as a vacant lot a mile away.
The first problem was the delayed knowledge that the fire actually had occurred. It was well ahead of us before we got here. The distance off the street, even though it has a private hydrant on the facility here, didn't have enough water for us.
With not enough water from that hydrant near the house, they had to go to a tanker relay system where tankers from multiple fire departments were brought in loaded with water. They would then unload that water into these catch basins, and then they would use the engines to pump that water all the way down to the driveway and then up a good quarter mile all the way to the house. A huge operation to fight a huge fire. Fortunately, no injuries, no loss of life, no injuries even to the firefighters. But now the search is on for exactly how this fire started. Brendan Keefe, 9 on your side, Indian Hill.